Help! I'm trapped underground with this weird block. Welcome back to BetaWorld, the series where we travel through Minecraft's history to obtain discontinued features and grow our ever-expanding Minecraft survival world. I've already updated it to the next version, ImDev 2010-06-25, and we're on the second release that day because the first one only brought minor bug changes. Anyway, you may have noticed that I'm pretty far out and not in my usual spot. In fact, I'm all the way out in the sand mining area. Well, this is because this version has a pretty game-breaking bug where any signs, i.e. the many that are saved near my beta world, will make the game crash if you load a world near them in this version. So therefore, my whole base area is kinda off limits for now. So I'll do my best to show what's new in the constraints of not being able to visit my base. Anyway, this update is actually Secret Friday 2, coming out a week after last Secret Friday, and just like it, there is a very vague changelog. Here is a picture of it. The main change that I know is in this update involves going into new chunks and finding a brand new thing in the world. So, I've come off in this direction to try and find one. Anyway, it looks like that's a chunk border, so we're going to be entering new terrain in just a moment. Time to enact my ultimate strategy in finding caves. We're just going to dig straight down and listen for zombies. So once we're down at a good level, I've got a little bit of a trick. If you mash the F button, which changes the fog, you can kind of see mobs through blocks. So we're gonna go tunnel over in that direction where I see the mobs. Okay, I see something straight ahead, and I'll make sure to light up my little passageways so that they don't get covered in monsters later. Okay, we're getting really close to that zombie I saw earlier. This is all possible within the vanilla unmodified game. Oh! Ooh, and I think I see the thing that we're looking for, too. Okay, this is it. Put your last guesses in the comments, guys. What do you think the new feature in this update is? We're so close now that you can even hear the zombies' feet walking around. Okay, we've made it to the mysterious thing. Now, the best approach for tackling one of these structures, and I'll call them by their name now, this is the dungeon. So the best approach for tackling a dungeon is to kind of dig down a little bit so that your face is at the bottom block. And then you're going to dig like this and like that so that all the zombies will see you. And we'll make it so they can fall into this hole. And then we're going to start killing them like that. And then we're going to place torches. Oh, and they just keep coming. Okay, well, I don't want to sit here and do this all day, so we're going to try to place torches in other spots around the dungeon parameter. And honestly, I might want to go one block up to make torch placing a bit easier. So we're going to place one right there. You can see where all the zombies are coming from now. This is a new block in this version. This is the spawner. It'll continuously spawn zombies as long as they're in darkness. You also see that there are a couple chests in this structure, so we're going to try and loot them. The first chest is like right here. Yeah. Okay. So it's got standard stuff like wheat, sulfur, a couple buckets, which is nice, string, and this is this new item. We're gonna look at it later. I'll keep it on me for now. And what's in the other chest? Okay, we can't quite see it yet, so I'm gonna go over and tunnel around. I meant to tunnel around anyway because I want to try and light up the perimeter a little bit more. Perfect. Here's the chest. 2 more of these mystery items. I'll leave them in here just in case. There is one very rare item that can sometimes spawn in these chests. I didn't seem to get it here, but that's okay because it's extremely rare. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. Who knows, maybe I'll get one later. Now that the dungeon has been secured, we can take a look at what it looks like from the inside where you're supposed to take it on from. The roof is just stone, or any ores that would have generated up here. And the rest is made out of cobblestone and mossy stone. This is the first time we've been able to obtain this stuff since InDev. I'll just put this one back. You'll know that you'll find one of these because this is the only spot in the world where cobblestone can spawn naturally, along with this very rare special block that has a zombie spinning in it. Now, zombie spawners are not the only kind that can generate in these. It's just the most common. There's a 25% chance for it to be a skeleton spawner, and another 25% chance for it to be a spider spawner also. There are no creeper spawners. Moving away from spawners, let's take a look at this new item that we found in the spawner chest. This is the saddle, and we can use it to ride stuff. Except not really stuff, because you can only ride one thing in this version. And this is our friend over here, the pig. So let's plop on a saddle and check it out. See, the saddle is now visible on his model, and if we click him, we can ride him. We don't get to control him at all. He kind of just moves wherever he wants to, but you can punch him to urge him in a general direction. Unfortunately, once you have put the saddle on, exiting is the same as on Minecraft, by the way. There's no way to get it back. Even if you kill him, it will not drop. So let's enjoy this pig while we can. It seems to be very confused by this terrain. You can go that way. Here, I'll give you a little boost. Come on, come on. Oh. Pigs are not made for water. Oh. Well, I got a pork chop back, but I unfortunately did not get my saddle. Just like I said. Okay, I've updated the next version, instead of 20.6.27. And before I make the long journey back to my base, since it's safe to go back there now, I want to show you something new with the spawner. Okay, I'm about to go into the spawner room. And there's a sign inside of our spawner. There used to be a spinning zombie, but now there's a sign. See, there used to be issues with how the monster spawner and sign shared an ID, and that's been split up in this version. So now the monster spawner basically thinks it's a sign, but it really isn't. And it's not going to spawn signs, I don't think. But let's see if we can edit this big sign. No, you cannot edit the big sign that's sticking out of the model. I'm going to leave this here for preservation purposes, because this is kind of a cool discontinued feature glitch type thing. I'm also going to grab a couple saddles for the home base and some of the other loot. Isn't it good to be back? Well, you may notice some differences between this and last episode's version of the base. That is because my world has actually been rolled back to the version before InfDev 2010-06-24. This is because the world storage format has been reverted from zones back to the original one. So my huge farm is gone, and my tearing down of this structure is gone. But everything I did before that update is gone. Except for my inventory, of course. In this version, there was a bug where rails going up like this don't need support on the side. So if I break this block, the rail will still be going upwards towards nothing. So I'm going to go install this in the museum. Oh, it looks like all of my signs have been wiped. I'm guessing this has to do with a crash bug when being near a sign last version, and the monster spawner and sign switcheroos. Well, I'll have to fill all these back out before adding my exhibit. There is also a brand new sound for flowing water. Let's take a listen. Sort of an ambient sound that will play whenever the water is flowing. But anyways, that's all we got time for this episode of BetaWorld. Next episode, we're going to be setting up a monster farm that is based on the brand new spawners. But I have to go find another one, since that one that converted into a sign is messed up forever. But if you like this episode, remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye!